play, easier maintenance, and enhanced aesthetics for municipal, high school, and college fields all across the state. Let the Iowa Cubs Sports Turf Management Team make your service just like the pros. Professional experience, professional results. Contact the Iowa Cubs Sports Turf Management Team at iowacubsportsturf.com today.
And welcome back to Wells Fargo Arena. Rick Silvestrini and Molly Nelson with you as we get ready for the Iowa City West women of Troy against the Mason City Mohawks. Molly, let's talk about a couple of those players. Allie Disterhoff, you mentioned her going to Iowa, leads the state in scoring at 26 a game. She's a 64% shooter from the field and nearly 50% from downtown.
Yeah, she can shoot. We know she can score 26. She can also rebound, nearly 8 rebounds a game. She's got 40 blocks on the year, 52 steals, and she's got a good supporting cast and some people around her who've been here. Lauren Larson was a role player last year, but they won last year. They won the state tournament last year, and Allie a big part of that team. So some experience coming into this tournament.
Meanwhile, the Mohawks, they've got a couple of Division I players as well. Jada Buckley, as you said, going to Iowa State, averaging 13 a game. And Maya Melman, a junior guard, she's already verbally committed to Creighton. Of course, that doesn't mean she necessarily will go there, but she's verbally committed. So you got another two great players on the other side.
Yeah, Buckley, the ISU recruit. She's an all-stater, CML Player of the Year. Just an excellent basketball player. Should be fun tonight. You know who else to look for, too, though, who had a great game against Dubuque Senior to get her team here is Courtney Rush. She had 19 points and 13 rebounds to help her team earn their third straight state tournament berth in a row.
We'll come back with the starting lineups after this local break. You are listening to the Fairway Food Stores Championship Network. Back at Wells Fargo Arena, let's take a look at the starting lineups. First of all, for Iowa City West, the women of Troy, coached by B.J. Mayer, 18-5 in the defending champs. Allie Disterhoff will start at guard, averaging a state-leading 26 points a game and averages 8 rebounds as well. Number 11, Laney Whitehead, sophomore forward. Number 15, Danny Craig, also just a sophomore, averaging 11 a game. Number 23, Lauren Larson, a 5'5 guard. And number 25, Michaela Morgan, she's back this year, averaging 6 points and 6 rebounds a game. For the Mason City Mohawks, 20-3, ranked number 3, Kurt Clausen, the head coach, and he'll start Morgan Borba, number 4, a senior guard. Number 10, Jada Buckley, the Iowa State recruit who averages 13 a game. Number 20, Mackenzie Mayer, just a freshman who averages 10. Maya Melman, number 32, a junior guard, verbally committing to Creighton, also averaging 10 a game. Then number 34, Courtney Rush, a senior forward at 5'10", the leading rebounder at 6.5 a game. That's your starting lineups. We'll take another network break and back with the tip. This is the Iowa State High School Girls Basketball Tournament on the Fairway Food Stores Championship Network.
Don't put away the cookie sausage just because you put away your grill. With award-winning barbecue sauces, Wings and Things hot sauce, taco sauce and dip, Cookies premium salsas, and Cookies flavor enhancer, there are plenty of possibilities to cook with cookies all year long. How about Spam sliders or popcorn with Cookies flavor enhancer? For these and more great meal ideas, visit cookiesbbq.com or find us on Facebook.
Cookies is the one.
Smart cookies, use cookies.
Rick Silvestrini and Molly Nelson back with you at Wells Fargo Arena, ready for the tip here. Iowa City West wearing their dark green uniforms in white trim, and the Mohawks in their home white with red trim. It's Disterhoff against Courtney Rush. Ready for the tip here, and it is won by Disterhoff, and the women of Troy will be moving from our right to left here in the first half. 4A quarterfinals from, 5A. Still not used to it, Molly. 5A
First time
quarterfinals.
we've had to say it at the state tournament.
First time ever. And the women of Troy with the basketball. Now, Danny Craig handing off to Larson. Larson in the corner for Morgan. Now up high, Craig again. Craig gets it to Morgan. Morgan in the corner. Passes up high to Larson. Larson to Disterhoff. Disterhoff with a quick fake. Now passes back into the corner, giving it to Danny Craig. Craig to Whitehead for a short jump shot, and good. 2-0, women of Troy. Back come the Mohawks in their first offensive possession. It's Jada Buckley passing in the right corner over to Melman. Right back up top to Meyer. Now Melman on the far right wing, long cross-court pass. Buckley in three-point territory gives it back to Meyer. Meyer is just a freshman in this lineup. Now Melman left open, passes up the shot. They pass it around quickly. A lot of ball movement here. Everything on the perimeter though. Long cross-court pass for Melman. And a traveling violation there as Mackenzie Meyer, the freshman, travels.
So West is in a 2-3 zone trying to force Mason City to beat them from the outside.
2-0 right now, Iowa City West. West on the year actually finished ranked number 10. They did have 5 losses. And the Mohawks are ranked number 3. Here's Disterhoff. Keep an eye on her. Pull-up jump shot right by the three-point line, and the high kicking in. It's a long two-pointer.
Almost hit the score clock and went back down. This is called shooter's touch.
4-0. Quick jump shot the other way, and this one no good by Jada Buckley. So Buckley misses. Dana Craig on the rebound. Craig brings it up. Now up high to Morgan. Morgan into the corner. On the drive is Whitehead. Whitehead bounce pass into the far corner for Disterhoff. Now Morgan, and a pass is loose. She does save it, but it's going to go out of bounds, and that's a turnover for West.
Yeah, looked like she was trying to cut back door, maybe a little miscommunication there. Ball goes out of bounds.
Check it in now for the women of Troy. Grace DeFoya, a sophomore guard, and number 21, Molly Mason, a junior forward. Mohawks with the ball. They're down 4-0 early going here from Wells Fargo Arena. On the drive is Buckley. Now up high, Rush. Rush top of the key, left side to Meyer. Meyer dribbles it up. Can't get anything on the inside here, Molly.
No, the 2-3 zone, they're just packing it in with Allie in the middle for West.
And now another turnover for the Mohawks. This time it's Melman who travels. So that defense forcing a couple of turnovers here. Iowa City West up 4-0, and they've got the ball. 5:35 left here in the first quarter. Now on the dribble is Danny Craig. Craig wants to go in all the way. Craig uses the glass. Not there, and Rush pulls down the rebound. Long pass ahead now, looking for Melman. Melman hauls it in. She dribbles out on the right wing. Up high to Courtney Rush. Now on the drive, and the ball just goes out of bounds. Courtney Rush, and it's tipped away by West. It's still Mohawk basketball.
Yeah, West has a height advantage in this game. If you look just as they stand out there, the green jerseys are taller, so they're playing, again, that zone, and so far it's working.
Ball tipped away on the inbound, but controlled here by the Mohawks. Mackenzie Meyer. Passes left wing to Buckley. Buckley gets a screen. Thought about pulling up from 15. Now sends it outside, and Melman buries the three.
I thought Buckley had the jumper, but she saw Melman and saw something that Melman was ready for that shot and nailed it.
4-3 now. 1 point game. Loose ball picked up by West, but now it's stolen. And ahead is Buckley. Buckley going in for the layup, and she scores. And the Mohawks have taken the lead, 5-4.
And just like that, the defense creating some offense for Mason City.
4:38 left here in the first quarter. Iowa City West. And their green uniforms, loose ball, might be another steal. Scramble for it right in front of us. It's a jump ball, and the possession will go to the Mohawks.
So Mason City's trapping that first pass that comes across the free throw line.
So Mason City ball. Mohawks now up 5-4. After trailing here in the early going, just underway from Wells Fargo Arena. First quarter action. The winner to take on Dowling Catholic in the semifinals. That'll be played Friday morning at 11:45. Three-pointer left wing and good by Jada Buckley.
8-0 run now by Mason City.
Actually, check that. That was Mackenzie Meyer, the freshman guard, who hit the three. 8-4, jump shot, Disterhoff, and she gets that shooter's roll. It's in for Disterhoff, 8-6.
That rim likes her at Wells Fargo Arena.
Disterhoff will play her basketball out of Iowa. Now Buckley wants to send one up from downtown, and she hits 11-6 Mason City.
3 3-pointers on an 11-0 run.
Women of Troy with the basketball in the corner to Disterhoff. Disterhoff wants to pull up for three. It's short, and on the rebound, it's Meyer. Meyer pulls it down, brings it up herself. Now gives off to Buckley. Buckley in the corner. Now back up high to Meyer. They swing it around left side to Buckley. Buckley, a deep three again, and down! Taylor Buckley! Timeout! Iowa City West, 13-6. Mohawks in the lead. We will take a network break back after this on the Fairway Food Stores Championship Network.
With its rich history and industry-leading genetics, you know the strength of the DeKalb brand. If you grow corn on corn, you also know a bit about corn rootworm pressure. That's why more farmers turn to the above and below ground protection of DeKalb brand Genuity Smart Stacks Rib Complete Corn Blend products to help keep yields up and insect damage down. With this advanced defense, there's no need for a separate structured refuge in the corn growing area. Strong breeding, strong protection, strong yields. That's DeKalb. Genuity Rib Complete products do not require the planting of a structured refuge except in the cotton growing area where corn earworm is a significant pest.
Molly Nelson back with you, and all of a sudden now Mason City pulls ahead 14-6.
Rick, they've been on a 14-0 run that has included 4 3-pointers, 2 by Buckley, 1 by Melman, and 1 by the freshman Meyer.
Their biggest lead now of the game at 8. 14-6, 3:21 left in the first quarter after the timeout.
Mason City West may need to pull out of that zone, forcing them to shoot outside, and Mason City hitting them.
Now West with the ball. Disterhoff wants to drive, makes a little fake, pushes off a little. Now cross-court pass, and this one is picked off in another turnover. And on the move, the fast break works, and a pass to Mackenzie Meyer. It's 16-6, 10-point lead. After a slow start, fast and furious here at Wells Fargo Arena. 16 points for the Mohawks. First quarter, Disterhoff passes right side, trying to find Tafoya, and the jump shot good by Tafoya. That's a three-pointer. Boy, they needed that.
She puts a stop to that 16-0 run by Mason City.
Left side now, Meyer has it. They slow things down. Buckley directing the traffic. Goes left side, Melman. Melman right back to Buckley. Buckley, no-look pass in the corner. Now they kick it right back out. Melman wants to send up a three, and my goodness, is Mason City on fire. 19-9.
5 3-pointers.
The Mohawks hitting over 86% here in the first quarter. 2:13 remaining. It's a 10-point lead. Disterhoff now on the pass. Stopping there is Tafoya, and we've got a foul away from the ball.
So Mason City really playing kind of a trapping defense, trying to smother the ball. Verba is taxed with just kind of playing glue to Allie Disterhoff, and then everybody else is kind of scrambling around and trapping.
Maya Melman picks up the foul. And Molly, these three-pointers are really nothing new. Mason City led the state with 175 on the year. On the inbound, Disterhoff tries a short jump shot. It's no good, and the Mohawks are looking for more with a 10-point lead. Buckley with it. Now in the corner, up for another three. This one is no good by Meyer, and they cool off slightly.
I think that's just their second miss.
1:49 remaining here in the first quarter. West with the ball. They want to send up a three. No good by Danny Craig. They get their own rebound, and it's kicked right back to Craig. 1:38 remaining in the corner. She gives it to Disterhoff. Right back to Craig in the far corner. Craig will now dribble up. 1:30 remaining here in the first quarter. It's a 10-point lead for the Mohawks, matching their largest of the game. Disterhoff on the drive, right of the paint, goes in strong, gets the foul, and two. Disterhoff so tough on the drive.
That was Disterhoff versus Buckley right there. You'll see that same matchup probably next year when Iowa meets Iowa State, and that one goes to Disterhoff. She got the end one, goes to free throw line.
The Disterhoff scores. She has 6 already in the ball game, and she'll go to the line. Trying to make it 7 for her. Free throw is short. No good. Rebounded by the Mohawks. Pulled down by Rush. Mohawks now on the offense. 1:12 remaining here in the first quarter. 19-11. 8-point lead for the Mohawks. Mason City long cross-court pass. In the corner. Now back up high to Meyer. They kick it outside. Melman hits the three. Make that Allison Scott. So Scott checked in and she hits a three. It's 22-11.
So 4 Mohawks now have 3-pointers, including 2 for Buckley.
And a running play. Nice speed right there for Lauren Larson. That cuts it to 22-13. 38 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Class 5A quarterfinal action. Now they pass it around. Loose ball taken there by Meyer. 27. Allison Scott now long cross-court pass for Buckley. Back up high to Meyer. Now Meyer will back it off. Looks like they will play for the final shot of the quarter. 15 seconds left in the quarter. On the dribble still is Mackenzie Meyer, the freshman guard. Hands it off to Buckley. Buckley wants to make something happen. Right back to Meyer. Right side. Here's a fake by Rush, and we've got a traveling violation. It took a little bit too much time there, and with 2.1 seconds left, West will try to get off a desperation shot here at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, that's not what Coach Clausen wanted there. You don't want to turn it over with 2 seconds left on the clock. You work so hard to take care of it and give it to the other team and give them a chance to score.
Disterhoff now from half court. It's up and no good. That's the end of one. It's the Mason City Mohawks 22. The Iowa City West Women of Troy 13. We'll take a local break and come back with the second quarter. This is the Fairway Food Stores Championship Network. West has the ball to open up the second quarter, but they trail 22-13. Hot shooting in this game. Mason City shooting 80% and 6 of 7 from downtown for 86%.
Just on fire, just using that 2-3 zone by West.
They lob it into Disterhoff, an easy 2 for her. That cuts it to 22-15.
Nice high-low that time, nice pass by Whitehead.
Mohawks with the ball. The best three-point shooting team in the state. They're showing it here tonight. And here's another 3. Bombs away, and again, it's Courtney Rush. Wow.
7 3-pointers now for Mason City. I knew they were a good 3-point shooting team, but they're a great 3-point shooting team in this first half.
We better pull out the record books here pretty soon because we're only in the early goings of the second quarter. A missed shot by West. Mohawks on the run. Buckley with it and goes in and scores. Jada Buckley for 2, 27-15, a 12-point lead, the biggest now for the Mohawks.
Buckley using her left hand there, taking it all the way to the hole.
Now a pass pulled in that time by Mason. Now on the dribble, left of the paint, stomping is Danny Craig. Bounces back up high for Tafoya. Tafoya gives it off to Disterhoff. In between the circle, she pulls up for 3. No good. And the Mohawks rebounded. 6:35 remaining here in the half. Orba now sends it out. A long 3-pointer by Meyer. No good. Who last touched it? And they're going to say it is Mohawk ball. Long delay there by the official, but says the Mohawks will have it.
Yeah, they'll set up underneath their own basket here. Now watch Buckley. Buckley's going to take this ball out. Look for her to get a screen when screen the inbounder.
Buckley on the baseline. She'll lob it into Melman. Right back to Buckley. Buckley in the corner. Her pass is tipped, and it hits the backboard. And they say it last touched Iowa City West.
Yeah, otherwise that was a horrible pass because it hit the side of the backboard. She even kind of had this look at her face like, well, I'm not sure what I was doing there.
I didn't actually see one of the West players touch it, but the official did. Still Mohawk ball. Now they go inside, and a nice 2 by Courtney Rush. So she muscles it in, and it's now 29-15. 14-point lead.
2s and 3s.
And the other way on the drive is Craig. No good. Loose ball. Everybody scrambling for it. Still a loose ball. And are we going to get a timeout here? Well, one of the players, I think that was Buckley, just carrying the ball and thought maybe her coach was going to call a timeout, but she does get rid of it.
She just sat on it. I can't believe no Iowa City West girl came over to try to tie her up. She just laid there for literally 2 seconds.
Melman now gives it to Buckley. To Rush. Turn around at the free throw line. No good. Disterhoff with the rebound. So Disterhoff bring it up in the front court. Passes left side over to Craig. Now they give it to Morgan. Morgan on the drive in the foul before the shot. So Morgan.
Nice strong move by Morgan.
Yep. Morgan, a lot of basketball in her family. Her dad, Michael Morgan, of course, played for the University of Iowa. And her mom, Missy Slockett, Chris Frericks, Chris Frericks Morgan, played for Drake.
Yeah, she's a Bulldog.
And they lob it in to Disterhoff. Disterhoff drives in. Again, we've got a foul before the shot.
She made that basket, though. If there was a continuation, or NBA continuation, she would have had that one.
It's on Morgan Borba. And just to keep that Drake theme, Missy Slockett Disterhoff, who's the mother of Allie Disterhoff, she played for Drake. So there's a lot of college ties here in this basketball game.
Well,
a lot of lineage.
And to a great college, if I may, a great college.
We've mentioned several Division I schools in this game. Either players or parents have gone there or are going there. Morgan with the turnaround shot. She scores 29-17, 12-point game. Now Mohawks on top. Pass in the corner to Meyer. Meyer sends it back out to Melman. Melman over to Meyer again, and they keep it up high. Now they feed Rush. Rush in the corner. Melman top of the circle. Just under 5 minutes. Right side to Meyer. Melman now. Quick passing by the Mohawks. Get it to Melman again. Now right side, three-point territory. Meyer no good. Rebounded by Rush. Rush puts it back up, no good. Gets her own rebound, kicks it back out. And now they go right side, and it's Borba, and Borba on the dribble. And they'll reset.
So Mason City a chance to eat more clock here in the second quarter. They've had the ball at least 2 minutes this possession.
4:30 now left here in the second quarter. Mohawks up 29-17. They still have the basketball. On the dribble is Meyer. Now Borba left wing. Three-pointer, top of the key, and good. Three-pointer by Allison Scott.
8 of 10 from the three-point line for Mason City.
8 three-pointers in the first half. It's 32-17. Baseline jump shot. No good that time by Molly Mason. Rebounded by the Mohawks. 4 minutes left here in the second quarter. Left side to Borba. She's in the corner. On the dribble now. Passes out to Rush. They go right side to Melman. Melman on the wing, now in the corner. Melman with the basketball, feeds Rush down low, turnaround shot, hit the post, no good, rebounded by West. Disterhoff on the run. Disterhoff makes a fake at the free throw line, kicks it back out. Craig sends up a three and rattles it in. Three-pointer by Craig, back to a 12-point game, 32-20. 3:27 left in the second quarter. Mohawks in the lead and with the ball. Boy, such quick ball movement, but this time a steal, but right back to Mohawks. They re-steal it, tipped out of bounds, and no, not out of bounds. Morgan steals the ball back and keeps it. Passes ahead to Craig. Craig now near the free throw line. She passes right side to Mason. And now Craig with the ball looking inside for Disterhoff. Momentarily lost it, but put it in, and a timeout by Iowa City West. 3 minutes left now in the quarter. It's 32-22. We'll take another network break. You are listening to the Fairway Food Stores Championship Network.
Because AIB College of Business is strictly business, our graduates get bachelor's degrees that get them hired. In fact, 98% of recent AIB College of Business graduates are working or continuing their education, which means they're also 98% more likely to reign supreme from the corner office someday. Bottom line, you're more likely to get a job. Visit our campus in Des Moines or check us out online.
Back here at Wells Fargo Arena, Rick Silvestrini and Molly Nelson. And Molly, we were headed for the record book, but you know what? This is the first year of 5A, so everything's a record right now.
You are a smart man. I'm still going to look and see in that old 4A.
I got the 4A record.
I will.
So the Mohawks with the ball. There's already been 8 3-pointers made by Mason City. There's still 2:48 remaining here in the half. Bounce pass up high to Buckley. Buckley right of the paint. Pass over to Millman. Millman on the drive. Kicks it back out. Meyer passes up the 3 and now gives it over to Scott. Down low, turnaround shot. Rush no good. Rebounded by Morgan.
Speaking of threes, 12 in a game by Cedar Falls in 1998.
Now, if we were in 4A, that is going to be shattered, I think, at this pace. Already 8 in the game for the Mohawks. But it's West with the ball now. Morgan far corner, 2:11 left. Morgan, her pass taken by Rush. Turnover. Gives it off to Buckley, and Buckley is fouled. And I think that's going to be on Morgan. If so, yep, it is on Morgan, I believe. No, actually, no, I haven't.
Yeah, there were 2 West players near Buckley that time, so I wasn't sure
Larson.
myself. They gave it to Larson?
They gave it to Larson. That's her first. 3-pointer again. Buckley, and she nails it. The 9th 3-pointer of this half for Mason City.
Just 2 misses from the 3-point line.
You seen anything like this to start a game?
Wow, and you've got 5 players who have 3-pointers.
This is unbelievable. 35-22, and now Disterhoff drives in, and she'll shoot a couple. You know, when you're a 3-point shooting team, there's that old adage, of course, you win by the 3, die by the 3, but I mean, this is just unconscionable right here in the first half.
Yeah, Scott doesn't even start the game, comes off the bench to go 2 for 3 from the 3-point line.
Disterhoff gets the first. She now has 11. You know, and if you're the women of Troy, the problem is Disterhoff is your main offense. Beyond that, they have only one other player in double figures, and at this pace, that's not going to get it done. She makes both.
You can't match 3s with 2s.
35-24. They're actually fortunate to be down just 11 when you think about it. Mohawks looking for more here. 1:30 remaining in the half. Jada Buckley. Buckley at the free throw line to Millman. Millman back up to Buckley. Buckley another 3, and it's in! Buckley for 3! 38-24, the 10th 3-pointer of the half for the Mohawks. And now a foul, and no basket. They say Disterhoff got fouled on the floor. Wow.
I'm wondering how long you stay in the 2-3 zone, though. I know that's what West plays. I know that's what they're comfortable with. They protect Allie down there in the middle from getting in foul trouble. But a team makes 10 3-pointers on you. Maybe you go into 3-2 zone instead of a 2-3 zone. Get more of your guards active around the perimeter.
So Disterhoff is going to shoot 2. They said the bucket did not count. So it's actually it's a 1-1, excuse me, in the bonus. And she makes the first. Disterhoff.
She's going to shoot a lot of free throws.
13 now.
A lot of free throws tonight. The ball is in her hands most of the time for the women of Troy. You know, your other 3 players out on the court that start for Troy are sophomores. They won the state tournament last year, but lost 7 of the 8 of the key players in that state tournament. So the people who've really been here are Allie and Larson.
Disterhoff makes them both. 14 in the game for her, 38-26. And an unbelievable shooting display by the Mohawks here in the first half. 1 minute remaining. Now on the drive. No good by Vorba. And the rebound by West. West brings it up into the front court to Foya on the dribble. Passes right side. Now it's Disterhoff in the paint. Her shot a little bit too hard and pulled down there by Jada Buckley.
Great pass by Craig, though, to recognize Disterhoff cutting back door.
Buckley, quick fake in the paint, kicks it out. Vorba, she gives it up. Now right back to Buckley. Buckley on the drive. Millman wide open for 3. And you know what? She hit it, but she traveled. Oh my goodness, that would have been number 11.
That would have been 11-13. I mean, she did make it, but they're not going to let us put that in the stats. But they're closing in on the state tournament record of 12 in 1998 by Cedar Falls.
Yeah, it'll be an overall tournament record for sure. And in 5A, they're going to set a very high bar to beat here in this 2013 tournament inside, and Morgan gets hacked.
nice screen and roll that time. Craig has her head up coming off the screen, and Morgan makes a nice roll to the hoop.
Mackenzie Meyer, the freshman, picks up the foul. That's her second. Now Morgan at the line, and she'll shoot a couple. So Michaela Morgan, a sophomore forward, and she makes the first. She's at 5'10". Let's see now. See how good our memory is. How tall was Michael? He was at least 6'4", maybe?
I'm putting him at 6'4", 6'5". He's taller than me. I've worked basketball camps with him before. Know his wife, Chris. Good people, good family, good basketball.
Second one, no good. And ironically, back in the day, I worked with Mike Morgan back at Channel 13.
Just a couple years ago, wasn't it?
Oh, well, it seems like it. But it was a few. Melvin on the drive, and she gets fouled. So Melvin, she'll shoot a couple now. And taking a look here, free throw wise, this will be Mason City's first free throw of the ball game.
Well, they don't need free throws when they shoot 3-pointers. That's just one, just one, that's no fun. They like to score them 3 at a time.
So Melman knocks it down, her 7-point.
Also in the Mohawks, number 24, Nicole Hewitt.
And I'm trying to think back. I mean, I've seen a lot of games here over 10, 12 years, and then before that as well. I'm just not sure I've ever seen any kind of first half performance like this. Second one is good. It's 40-27, a 13-point lead. They at one time led by 50. 2 seconds left, and Disterhoff tries to send one up, but that's no good. We are at the half. A high-scoring affair. It's Mason City 40, Iowa City West 27. We'll take a network break and come back with our halftime show. You are listening to the Fairway Food Stores Championship Network.
At Fairway, we believe in the old philosophy that you do one thing and you do it right. That's why when you walk into one of our stores, you're not going to find a dry cleaners or clothes or a place to get your oil changed. When you walk into a Fairway, you'll find groceries, the best fresh produce, USDA choice beef, and all natural pork and chicken, and everything we sell is priced right. At Fairway, we don't believe in trying to be good at everything. We're simply the best at one thing, selling groceries.
Always Fairway.
Community. At Iowa Banks, our local community isn't just where we work, it's where we live. It's friends, families, and neighbors working together for a common good. Whether teaching a savings class for kids, giving a financial seminar for small businesses, or helping a neighbor in need, Iowa bankers care about creating a strong, vibrant community. To find an Iowa Bank near you, go to myiowabank.com. Iowa Banks, Iowa values.
Rick Silvestrini and Molly Nelson back with you at Wells Fargo Arena. We are at the half in this Class 5A quarterfinal as Mason City leads Iowa City West 40-27. Let's take a look at the scoring. First of all, for Iowa City West, led by Allie Disterhoff, 14 points and 1 rebound. Now, she's right on her average, Molly, but only 1 rebound in the game for her. So, they kept her in check fairly well, and she's 0-4 from three-point land.
Yeah, she averages 26 points a game, the most in 5-player ball this season. She's a great scorer, prolific scorer. Everything has come from her, though, tonight. So look for some adjustments in the second half to get some other people involved, maybe her driving and dishing and getting some high-percentage shots for some of her teammates. She looks for her teammates. Right now, none of them are looking for their shot. She's very offensive-minded. She just needs some help.
Danny Craig with 3 in the game. Michaela Morgan with 3, Grace Tafoya with 3, and 2 points for Lainey Whitehead. Iowa City West shooting a very respectable 48% from the field, 10 of 21. They're 2 of 7 from three-point land. They have 7 rebounds to 13 for Mason City, and each team with 5 turnovers. But check out the scoring by Mason City. They hit 10. I'm going to repeat that. 10 three-pointers in the first half.
10 of 12.
10 of 12.
10 of 12.
For 77%. They're 60% overall in the ball game. Jada Buckley leading the way with 16, including 4 of 4 from behind the arc. 8 points for Maya Melman. She's 2 of 2 from behind the arc. 5 points for Courtney Rush. She's hit 1. 6 points for Allison Scott. She's 2 of 3 from behind the arc. And 5 points for Mackenzie Meyer. And she's 1 of 3 from behind the arc. So all of the players who actually scored have hit at least 1 three-pointer in the game. They only went to the line twice and made both of them, as I said, all rebounding. Iowa City West 13-7. Turnovers are even. But Molly, that shooting percentage in the first half, if you're Iowa City West, you're shooting 48%. Normally, that's great. But you're against a team not only shooting 61% of the game, but 77% from downtown on 10 of 13.
Yeah, they're really blazing the nets. I don't want to take anything away from what Mason City is doing right now, but West sitting in a 2-3 zone. It's time to get a hand in the face of those shooters. Obviously, they've proven they can make it. You stay back in the 2-3 zone, make them prove it. Well, they've done it now. Look for West to make some defensive adjustments here at halftime.
We'll take a network break and continue with our halftime show. This is the Fairway Food Stores Championship Network.
When you were a kid, your parents made sure you had the best in life. Make sure they have the best too. Suggest they look into a reverse mortgage through Valley Bank. A reverse mortgage could help eliminate your parents' mortgage payments and improve their lifestyle by giving them cash. Connie Crawford at Valley Bank will sit down with you and evaluate whether a reverse mortgage is right for your loved one. For a free analysis, call Connie at Valley Bank's Clive Branch, 224-5421. Call 224-5021. Valley Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
The Principal Charity Classic presented by Wells Fargo has donated $4 million to children's charities over the last 6 years. But that's not the only reason to attend the tournament. It's also Central Iowa's biggest social event of the summer. There are celebrities in the Pro-Am, autograph opportunities, a Kids Fun Zone, Military Appreciation Day, networking events for young professionals, and more. Not to mention great golf featuring the greatest names on the Champions Tour. The Principal Charity Classic, May 28th to June 2nd at the Wakanda Club in Des Moines. Purchase your tickets at principalcharityclassic.com.
Rick Silvestrini and Molly Nelson back with you. We are at the half. Mason City leading Iowa City West 40-27. So, Molly, if you're Iowa City West and your coach B.J. Mayer, I think you're fortunate to be down 13 here after that blazing start.
Yeah.
So, as you said earlier, your feeling is got to change the defense up a little bit, try something.
I guess if I was a coach, which I'm not, probably for a pretty good reason, I don't have any state championships under my belt like Coach Mayer does, but I just can't, I'm just sitting back in the 2-3 zone to start the beginning of the first half. Again, they've shot 10 of 12 from the threes. They're nailing them, they're earning them, but I don't see hands in their faces, I don't see pressure. Maybe make them shoot some twos now, make them score inside.
And if you're Mason City and Coach Kirk Clausen, I would imagine, Molly, it's just more of the same, bombs away. That's your game all year long. You led the state in three-pointers, and they're showing tonight that up and down that lineup, they can shoot the three.
Yeah, I think everybody's got the green light on that Mason City team to go ahead and shoot. But here's what the great thing does when you make threes. Let's say they do start coming out and playing. You have a little head fake. Now you get to drive. It opens so much on the inside if they do come out and play the three. If they don't come out and play the three, they stay with the same strategy they had in the first half defensively. West, that is, go ahead and keep shooting them.
And it's not hard to see why 4 players in that lineup average double figures.
Yeah, and again, I was impressed with the bench play. Scott comes in off the bench and makes 2 of 3 three-pointers. Mason City right now is the team that looks like they're the ones with the state championship last year. I mean, this is their third straight appearance, so they feel comfortable here. But West is the ones who won it last year. But you look at West, they've got 3 sophomores on the team. That's kind of showing right now. Those sophomores maybe a little jittery, maybe a little bit nervous. But no, Allie Disterhoff, she wants to lead this team. She's a vocal leader. She's going to talk to them at halftime. She's been here. She knows how to win, and she's going to try to get them fired up.
Well, and Jay, like I said, she's right on her average, but she can't do it all. And again, if you're Iowa City West, 13 points, that's not that bad considering you've just given up 10 3-pointers in the first half. We'll take a local break here and then come back with second half action. This is the Fairway Food Stores Championship Network. Back at Wells Fargo Arena, getting ready for the second half of this 5A quarterfinal game as Mason City right now leading Iowa City West 40-27. Rick Silvestroni and Molly Nelson with you. And Molly, we checked back in Class 4A to see what the 3-point record is in a game. And it was set by Cedar Falls 15 years ago. They hit 12. Of course, 5A is going to have its own records after this year, but boy, the Mohawks on pace to simply shatter that record tonight.
Yeah, they've got 10 already in the first half. 12 is the all-time record for both 5-player and 6-player. Now, let's look at this one, though. Let's just keep an eye on it, Rick. Individual 3-point goal in a single game. The record for state for 5-player is 7. 3 players have hit that, including Deb Remedy of Rock Valley, that great player in 2003. Yep. Bernard and Worth have also hit 7. So let's watch Buckley. She's already got 4 in the first half. 4 of 4. I have to say that because she didn't shoot 10 of them and make 4. She shot 4 of them and made 4.
Well, I don't know if Coach Fenley's in the crowd tonight, but
Lisa Bluter is. I tell
you, they're all these coaches are licking their chops after watching this game. Coach Bluter, of course, watching Disterhoff. Coach Fenley will be getting Buckley. You know, Melman, just a junior. She's committed to Creighton. Boy, you got to feel good if you got one of those players coming to your team. Okay, the Mohawks will be working from our right to left here in the second half. They've got the ball and the lead to begin, 40-27. We'll see if that hot shooting continues. Now they go in the post, and a little snifty move, a left-handed shot up by Rush, no good, and then Rush commits the foul on the rebound. It was pulled down there by Morgan.
She did a little reach and then tried to pull it away. No, it wasn't me, ref. I didn't do it, but they got her.
So now West will bring it up, just underway here in the second half. Down by 13. On the dribble is Craig. Sends it off to Whitehead, now to Morgan. Left side over to Larson. Now up high to Disterhoff. Disterhoff makes a fake, wants to drive, uses the right hand. Quick move, and she scores 2 to an 11-point game again, 40-29.
That's there. Disterhoff just working the defense.
Well, we'll see here, Molly, what kind of defense West goes into.
They're in man-to-man, Rick. They made that adjustment at halftime, coming out and making them shoot inside now. Prove inside.
They had no choice, certainly. Jada Buckley feeds it inside, now back out to Vorba. Vorba on the drive. Melman, no, open for 3. It's up and in! Melman with the 3, number 11! 43-29. Well, you just can't leave these players open. You can't give them any kind of an opening. Morgan feeds Larson. Now to Disterhoff. Disterhoff, top of the key, wants to hand it back to Larson. Now up high to Whitehead. Here's a jump shot and an air ball put up that time by Craig. They'll just let it go out of bounds, and it will be Mohawk ball.
And Whitehead being left open at the free throw line. Maybe she's not comfortable with that shot, but maybe a dribble and a short jumper because they're kind of double teaming Disterhoff.
Quickly up is Buckley. Buckley stops her dribble at the free throw line. Off to Millman. Millman on the drive. Well, she can do it both ways there. She drives in for two, 45-29. A 16-point lead, the largest of the game for the Mohawks.
Mellon with her own little 5-0 run there.
Disterhoff inside again. She muscles it home. 45-31.
She's got great touch around the hoop, man. Soft hands, catches those passes even when they're not the best pass, and finishes.
Yeah, just a great athlete. Played volleyball as well for West. Of course, you know about their volleyball team, one of the best in the state. Just a great athlete all around. Now Meyer gets caught in the lane. Quick jump shot, and Buckley missed it. Rebounded by West. Pulled down by Whitehead. Up ahead to Craig. Craig now will slow things down for the women of Troy. On the dribble is Larson. Larson right side. Finding Whitehead now to Disterhoff. Disterhoff far out on the right wing. Again, she wants to drive it in. And again, she makes it. Now Disterhoff says, I'm just going to have to do it myself. It's 45-33, but left wide alone. And all the way back is Mackenzie Meyer. And caught the defense napping there, 47-33.
And guess who found her? Buckley. Buckley baseball passed that thing down the court and found her.
Craig on the drive. Craig gets caught inside, bounce pass up high. Disterhoff now with it. She'll pass it right side over to Whitehead. Long cross-court pass for Larson. Larson back up high to Craig. Craig top of the key. Right side to Whitehead. They try to lob it to Disterhoff. It goes over her head and into the hands of Courtney Rush. Quick pass left side. Melman, no shot there. Back outside. Vorba wants to get it to the air, and Vorba knocks one down. Another three-pointer. Number 12.
So Vorba is the 6th Mohawk to nail a three.
50-33. Disterhoff sends up a three. No good. She forced that one a bit, and on the rebound they get Whitehead for the foul. You can see the frustration now as Disterhoff decides to send one up. 50-33.
Disterhoff getting a lot of contact down there. They're face guarding her. That's something she's experienced all season long. And, she just got to find the shots where she can. That time it was the three.
Now those 12 three-pointers ties an all-time tournament record here in the state of Iowa. Either 5-girl or 6-girl. So the next three-pointer is going to be a new record. And, of course, it's going to already set the 5A bar very, very high. They lob it down low. Now they kick it out. Melman for three. This one is short. You can hear the oohs and ahs by the crowd, and a tie-up and a jump ball. They just expect everything to go in.
So 4 Iowa City West jerseys were under the basket and 1 white jersey, and it was Buckley. And somehow she comes up with the basketball there and forces a tie-up.
Alternate possession goes to West, though. They're down 50-33. 4:08 remaining here in the third quarter. Pass goes right side to Tafoya. Tafoya has it on the wing. Cross-court pass to Craig now. Craig in the corner for Disterhoff. Guarded very closely by Hewitt. And now a loose ball, but a reach-in foul that time. I think they're going to catch Buckley. Buckley's second. Danny Craig inbounding for West, lobs it in for Disterhoff. A beautiful inbound play, 50-35.
Disterhoff doesn't miss much, 8 of 15 in the game.
Here's a tip pass, but getting it is Meyer. She tries to put up a shot. Again, an offensive rebound, and another set. Three-pointer, bombs away again, in and out, no good by Buckley. They get the rebound and the putback and a foul. Meyer with the rebound, and the freshman at 5'7" pulls it down.
The Mohawks are just working hard on the offensive glass.
They are very, very hard.
Not that you need something else.
Free throw is up and no good. 50-35. Second free throw, no good, and rebounded by Morgan. So it's a 15-point game. 3:23 left here in the third quarter. Pass right side to Tafoya. Tafoya gets it into Morgan. Morgan long cross-court pass. Three-pointer on the way. No good by Craig, but you know what? It bounced back in. I thought that was no good.
We'll call it no good, and that ball said, yes, I'm good. And, it had just enough spin to come back and drop in.
Early call. It's 50-38. We'll take a 30-second timeout. You are listening to the Fairway Food Stores Championship Network.
I rely on my CPA to decipher the tax regulations. Every day, CPAs help Iowans reach their business and personal financial goals. My CPA helped me figure out how to start my own business and make a go of it. My future, my CPA. My CPA helps me make sense of the stuff I need to know to reach my financial goals. Visit findaniowacpa.com or becomeaniowacpa.com. A message from the members of the Iowa Society of Certified Public Accountants.
3:09 remaining here in the third quarter. It's Mason City 50 at Iowa City West 38. And again, I'm going to say it again. I know I'm repeating myself, but Iowa City West fortunate to be down just 12. They're still in this ball game.
Yeah, Mason City has 12 3-pointers.
Now Millman on the drive, no good. Rebounded by West.
West put a press on that time, a 2-2-1 press.
They got the ball. They could cut it here to under 10. They can get a three-pointer. Morgan on the drive. Now she sends out a pass. It's a wide open three for Craig. Too hard. Pulled on that time actually that was Rush. And now the pass taken away by Iowa City West. West back the other way. It's Danny Craig. Craig stops, now decides to pull up and hit the short jump shot. So it's a 10-point game now, 50-42, 26 remaining here in the third. Jada Buckley, loose ball, picked up by Borba. Borba's double team, splits that double team into the corner for Melman. Now back up to Buckley. Buckley wants to reset. They swing it out. Melman for three, and it's good! Another three-pointer and a 30-second timeout taken by the Mohawks. Number 13, that is a new record in the state of Iowa in the tournament. Unbelievable. 13 three-pointers. We'll just keep it right here with 2:07 left in the third quarter. I've never seen anything like it, Molly.
Wow, Coach B.J. Mayer kind of just shaking his head. I mean, they come out in the man-to-man. That's the adjustment they needed to make in the second half. They put a little bit of a press on, trying to force some quick shots by Mason City. But when you're shooting 13 to 15, look, I have to admit it, I don't think I can stand out there right now with any defense and make 13 to 15. Oh wait, I know I couldn't make 13 to 15, Rick, without any defense. These ladies are lighting it up for Mason City.
Elman with 4 threes, Jada Buckley with 4 threes. The team has now set an all-time tournament record with 13 three-pointers. We still have 10 minutes in this ball game left. West now, Disterhoff. Disterhoff on the dribble. Stops and passes to Craig. Craig up high to Tafoya. Now they swing it around to Disterhoff in the corner. They go right back to Craig. Baseline shot, no good, and rebounded by Rush. Rush hands it off to Jada Buckley. In the corner, Millman wants another one, and they call off the shot. They said she traveled. That's the second time on Millman. They called a 3 off. Molly, she would have at this point 6 3-pointers in the game.
7 is her tournament record.
Unbelievable. She just wants the ball.
That's so frustrating. She's been catching and shooting threes all year. Something about that stutter step that the ref didn't like.
Disterhoff in the corner. It's a 13-point game, and she draws the foul. Goes to a charge, but she draws the foul, and she'll shoot a couple.
Yeah, I think that's the right call. Looked like Boba was still moving, didn't have her feet set, and Disterhoff, that looked like a Division I move right there. You take it nice and strong. While Lisa Bluter's in the crowd right now, she's going to be working on Allie Disterhoff's strength, but that looked like a strong D1 move.
They said it was before the shot, so they're going to inbound here. Try to get it into Morgan. Morgan turnaround good. Another good inbound play. And it's 53-42. Back to an 11-point game. Melman now with the ball. She's been red hot. Feeds it inside. No good by Rush. And we got a foul on the rebound.
They're going to get Whitehead with this one? Nope. Looks like it's going to be Rush? I didn't see it.
Yeah, I saw 4. I think it's on 34 Rush. Yep. Rush. That's her third. You could see Kirk Clausen just putting his hands up. He didn't see it. 1:14 left here in the quarter. 53-42, an 11-point game. Mohawks in the lead in the third. It is 5A quarterfinal and a travel now. Is that on Disterhoff or on Craig? I think Craig.
Puts her knee down, so you put that third point of contact down, and you're going to get held with a foul.
1:08 now remaining here in the third quarter.
No foul. I mean travel. Excuse me.
Well, West is just hanging around. They've taken this three-point barrage, and somehow they're still in the ball game, 53-42. Pass on the right side to Vorba. Now a quick fake by Buckley. Buckley at the free throw line, swings it inside, a great pass, and that was a cutting Lexi Peterson who checked in, and she scores. Wow. 55-42.
Buckley with her fifth assist there on that beautiful pass.
45 seconds left in the quarter. Disterhoff up high. Disterhoff with 22 in the ball game. Drives right side. Now stops her dribble. She's caught in the paint, and now she tries a bounce pass, and it's almost taken away by Buckley, but she loses it out of bounds. Boy, Buckley is so quick.
She's good. She's good on both ends of the court. I really enjoy watching her play, and this Mason City team, of course, shooting lights out, but really sharing the basketball well, too.
Well, they try that lob play into Disterhoff, and I think they're going to get the Mohawks on a foul here. And again, Kirk Clausen just putting his arms up, going, how can you call that?
Yeah, I think they're going to get Vorba again. She's got the toughest time in a guarding alley all night, and they're going to call her with a foul.
Disterhoff gets it now, but hands it off. Here's a three-pointer right side, no good by Craig. And on the rebound, it's Disterhoff putting it back in. Disterhoff with 24. It's an 11-point game with 22 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Buckley. Between the leg dribble up high. They'll play for the final shot. Mohawk fans on their feet. Clausen calling out the play. 7. Buckley, right side. Merman for 3, finally missed one, and on the rebound it's West. And Allie Disterhoff, a long shot, but that's not going to be good. It's an 11-point game with 1 quarter to go. Mason City 55, Iowa City West 44. We'll take a local break on the Fairway Food Stores Championship Network. Quarter to go. Mason City up 55-44. Mohawks fall to begin the fourth quarter. You know, Molly, you and I do a lot of college games. This has the feel of a college game, doesn't it?
It does. You got some, obviously, 2 D1 players here, 3 D1 players here, and maybe some more. And it's lights out shooting.
And another 3 up and no good this time by Melman, but on the rebound, it's taken there by the Mohawks rush, and she'll shoot 2.
7-0 boards now for Mason City. They do work hard on the offensive glass as well.
Make that Lexi Peterson on the rebound, and she's at the line. So for the Mohawks, she makes the first. Just the 5th free throw all night for the Mohawks. They've got 1 more coming up. They're up now 56-44, lead it by 12. In this 5A quarterfinal game, the winner to face Dowling Catholic in the semis makes them both 57-44. Well, if you're Iowa City West, it's all about making stops. It's all about stopping Mason City. You can score all you want here, but if you can't stop them, it's not going to matter. The pass to Disterhoff is lost and taken by the Mohawks. Buckley left side, over to Melman. Melman on the dribble, one-handed pass. Trying to find Scott. Scott now bounce pass up high to Meyer. Meyer, top of the key, gives it back to Buckley. Buckley feeds inside. Nice pass left-handed. Runner, though, no good by Peterson. There's a stop for you right there. We'll see if West can cash in.
Buckley's a beautiful passer.
Craig, the pass to Disterhoff is taken away by Jada Buckley. Buckley with the steal. And the Mohawk fans on their feet. Here's a three-pointer right side, no good. That was set up by Scott. And on the rebound, a foul on Millman.
And speaking of Mohawk fans, it's worth mentioning there are a lot of Mohawks in Wells Fargo Arena. Iowa City West maybe not traveling quite as well. Not sure, the reason for that, but we should mention that a lot of black and red Mason City Mohawks excited about their third straight state tournament appearance.
Yeah, they have a big crowd on hand. We know the weather hasn't been great the last couple of days, preventing some people from traveling, but most schools represented very well here. Under the 7-minute mark, 57-44. Mason City in the lead. West looking to cut into it. Left side, it's Mason. Mason stops her dribble. Got to get rid of it. Bounce pass for Disterhoff. Taken away again. Another steal by the Mohawks.
That's a tough bounce pass to make. Had it have gotten through it, it would have been very lucky.
Now with the ball is Jada Buckley. Calling out the play. Passes left side over to Allison Scott. Scott right back up high to Meyer. Meyer on the dribble, finding Buckley. Buckley wants to drive baseline. Now sends it back out. Going to eat some clock here. 6:09 remaining in the final quarter. They've got the lead, 57-44. Buckley long cross-court pass. Millman wants another three, and it's good! Millman for three! If you count the two, she missed, or actually didn't miss, but got waved off. I mean, this is unbelievable. 60-44, the 14th three-pointer in the game. Disterhoff on the drive. No good. Gets her own rebound and puts it in. And a timeout by Iowa City West.
Wow. 14. I'm doing the math real quick about they're shooting 14 of 18, 14 of 19 from the three-point line. Just unheard of.
Timeout on the floor. Mason City 60, Iowa City West 46. We'll take a timeout. A network break here. This is the Fairway Food Stores Championship Network.
Musco Sports Lighting would like to congratulate all the championship participants on their dream season. Musco makes sports lighting happen around the globe, from NASCAR super speedways, Olympic Games, to high school athletics and hometown Little League fields. To learn more about Musco and how Green Generation Lighting can cut your energy consumption in half, visit musco.com.
Are you considering purchasing a new home or refinancing your existing mortgage? Northwest Bank has a solution for you. Visit their online mortgage center to check interest rates or use their online calculator to determine your monthly payment and type of mortgage that will best meet your needs. Apply 24/7 and get pre-approved so you can look for a home with confidence. Log on to bank-northwest.com to complete your application and lock a great rate today. Northwest Bank is commitment you can bank on.
5:45 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Mason City up 60-46. The Mohawks have hit 14 three-pointers in the game, a state tournament record. Millman on the dribble. Millman behind the back dribble now stops. Needs some help, gets it over to Buckley. Buckley on the right wing. 5:27 left in the ball game. Buckley finds Millman. Millman on the dribble, passes left side over to Allison Scott. Scott now. She stops.
And Mason City in no rush to score here, Rick.
How tough is it for them not to shoot? And this is stolen by West. West comes up with it to Foya. DeFoya on the dribble, gives it up for Craig. Craig down to Disterhoff. Disterhoff with 26 in the ball game. Drives in the paint, gets the foul. She'll shoot two. Boy, she's tough to stop, Molly.
So good off the dribble. So good off the dribble. Sees the court, knows when to stop, and Pop knows when to go all the way. The thing that she's going to develop is an outside shot. Maybe she's used it in previous games tonight. We haven't seen much of it, but she's so good off the dribble.
Two free throws coming up. First one is in by Disterhoff.
She has shot 5 threes tonight, but has not connected on one.
Excellent free throw shooter, 81% on the year, and makes them both. So both are in. It's a 12-point game, 60-48. We're under 5 minutes to go. Pushing it up is Buckley. Buckley off to Meyer, right side to Millman. Millman on the dribble at the free throw line, kicks it back out. Over to Scott. Scott with the basketball now, 4:40 left, trying to eat some time. Buckley, top of the circle, they lob it inside. They lob it for Peterson. Peterson's doubled. Now three-point land is Millman. You know she wanted to take it there, but
thought about it.
And why not? 4:23 left now. Buckley, short jump shot, no good that time, and taken by Danny Craig.
Good patience by Mason City. They got a good wide open look.
Yeah, that was a short jump shot. I think they just like the threes better.
They're better at them.
So West here down 12. Three-pointer the other way. That's an air ball set up, and out of bounds it goes. That was Grace DeFoya.
West, on the other hand, struggling from the three-point line, just 3 of 12.
Mohawks will inbound here. They're up 60-48. 4:02 remaining in the ball game, and West has just hung around, trying to stay right around that 10-point mark. But again, you can't trade baskets with this team. You've got to get stops and then score just about every time down the court. With the ball is Jada Buckley. Buckley a pass inside, and now outside and out of bounds. It was stolen away. Looking for Tafoya there on the wing, and Morgan knocked it away.
Yeah, West hanging around, but just has not had the lead, except for maybe in the opening couple of baskets here in this game. But it's been all Mason City in the second and third and fourth quarter.
Now we're seeing Christina Bauer check in, a junior guard. She comes in for West. Mohawks get it inbounded. They'll give it to Melman. Melman on the dribble. Up high now to Courtney Rush. Courtney Rush, and finding a cutting Buckley, but she traveled before she went in. Didn't make the shot. I'm not sure that she would have got the foul either, but it's a turnover.
And Buckley did a nice job there of seeing that she was being overplayed in the passing lane, kind of curled all the way around the defender and cut to the basket.
Now Morgan back in for offense, and Bauer goes back out. West down by 12. We're at the 3:26 mark left in the fourth quarter. Disterhoff trying to make a move on Buckley. Passes into the quarter for Mason. Back to Disterhoff. 3:15 left. A lot of clock being chewed off here. Look for Morgan. Morgan cuts in, gets it stolen away by Buckley. Another steal by Buckley. All right, such quick hands. And now we're at the 3-minute mark. Melman behind the back dribble. What a move, and goes in and draws the foul on Morgan.
And Buckley has a handful of steals to go with 7 assists. And not very many turnovers in this game period. Just 10 by Mason City and 10 by Iowa City West.
So Melman now to shoot 2. She's got 19 in the ball game. Most of that damage coming from downtown. She makes her first. Melman with 5 3-pointers in the game. 5 of 8. Jada Buckley with 4. And Mason City as a team with a tournament record 14. Second one up, and Buckley makes them both. 62-48. 14-point game. We're under 3 minutes to go. Iowa City West needs points, and they need them quickly. Disterhoff, their big offensive threat. Standing top of the key with Buckley on her. Disterhoff wants to drive. Buckley still guarding her. Disterhoff looking for Morgan cutting in. Can't find her. Now stops, pulls up, 14-footer, and maybe she got a piece of it, did Buckley.
Buckley played her pretty tough on that defensively.
Yeah, like you said, Molly, that's going to be a matchup we're going to see in college for the next 4 years. One at Iowa, one at Iowa State.
Yeah, Disterhoff staying home, playing for Lisa Bluter at Iowa City. She's going to be a Hawkeye, and Buckley headed to play for Bill Finley and the Iowa State Cyclones.
2:12 now left. Melman sends it back up high to Meyer. Clock ticking away here, and after Iowa City West, you got to think about fouling now. We're at the 2-minute mark, and you're down 48-62, and they're not fouling.
A foul doesn't get too much.
Well, you either got to steal or foul. You got to do one or the other here, and they finally call a timeout. So the Mohawks, they actually take a timeout, and we will take a timeout as well. It's 62-48 with 1:47 left. Mason City in the lead. Back after this network break on the Fairway Food Stores Championship Network.
If you're getting mighty hungry, well, the best in the country is Pizza Ranch.
The buffet your way at Pizza Ranch. Some folks, they call it a buffet. We call it ordering everything on the menu, and then some.
It's where life tastes better, so round 'em up and head her down to the Pizza Ranch. Whoa, that's good.
The deals at U.S. Cellular's unbelievable sales event are so incredible, even guys who believe in aliens can't believe them.
Open your eyes, sheeple. They are among us.
But unlimited 4G LTE data and up to $400 in savings? Conspiracy theory. U.S. Cellular's unbelievable sales event. Now through April 1st. U.S. Cellular. Hello better. 4G LTE not available in all areas. Other charges and restrictions apply. See store for details.
Back here at Wells Fargo Arena, 1:43 remaining in the ball game with Mason City now in control, 62-48, and the Mohawks will inbound on the sidelines. Coming in is Courtney Rush. Rush gives it to Buckley. Buckley in the backcourt, now Disterhoff on her, and Disterhoff fouls her.
Yeah, foul isn't going to do much for the margin at this point, but you can't watch Mason City just pass around and run the rest of the clock off if you're Iowa City.
Next foul will be a one-on-one opportunity. They get it in again, and we'll see if Disterhoff fouls her this time. Instead, they trap her, but they break the press pretty easily. Cross-court pass to Borba, and Borba just kicks it right back out to Melman. So 1:29 left, and Melman is fouled. Fouled by Danny Craig. Craig's first, and now a one-on-one opportunity for Melman.
Melman was just a great game tonight. You know, the junior guard just averages 10 points, comes to state, and gets 21 points for Mason City. Going to add to that right now, including 6 3-pointers, 5 3-pointers, 5 3-pointers. She shot 6 times, 5 of them were threes. How often does that happen?
Keep in mind, 2 were erased by the officials on traveling violations. So theoretically, she could have had 7 in the ballgame. Second free throw on its way and good. Melman with 23. It's 64-48, a minute 30 left. Craig on the drive, and it's good. And a quick timeout by Iowa City West. Go ahead and take another break here. It's 64-50. You are listening to the Fairway Food Stores Championship Network.
There's a new Iowa law that police will be enforcing. Drivers are not allowed to use electronic devices for texting, emailing, or entertainment, excluding GPS systems or emergency usage. Fines can range up to $100. Please refrain from risking the safety of our loved ones and other drivers on the road. Learn more at iowagtsb.org. This message is brought to you by the Iowa Department of Public Safety, the Governor's Traffic Safety Bureau, and your area law enforcement agencies.
Central Iowa is one of the top regions in the nation for jobs and economic prosperity, but many exciting career openings requiring education and training. With 153 programs, pre-professional degrees, and short-term certificates, DMAC can help you get the job you deserve. It's what you'd expect from one of America's fastest-growing two-year colleges. Apply today at dmac.edu.
Iowa City West steals it on the inbound. Disterhoff sends up a shot. No good. The ball is loose and heading out of bounds. Who last touched it? They said it is Iowa City West ball.
Okay, so they make the adjustment out of the timeout. Iowa City West puts a press on and gets a steal.
They're down 14, though, with just 1:10 left. They need some threes. They need them quickly. Disterhoff. He's been guarded pretty well, pulls up from 3, and she hits it. A quick 3 from Disterhoff. It's an 11-point game now with 1 minute left.
And she struggled from the three-point line tonight. Hits her first.
That is her first. Melman now in the front court. Melman passes right side. They're going to eat some clock. They get it back out to Buckley. Disterhoff on her. They're looking at the bench to see who to foul. They got a little confused there, I think, because Disterhoff looked over to her coach, B.J. Mayer, saying, who should I foul? And she didn't foul Buckley. Instead, Melman gets fouled. But, either way, it's tough at this point.
Yeah, and no one in real foul trouble for Iowa City West.
No, the only thing was more time run off the clock there than probably needed be. And the first free throw is good by Melman. She has 24 now.
Just a great performance by her tonight.
Second one is good, makes them both 25 in the game for her. It's 66-53, 49 seconds left. Disterhoff on the dribble, left of the paint, pulls up, short jump shot, no good. And rebounded by the Mohawks now with 41 seconds left. And that should just about do it. Foul the other way, and the Mohawks are going back to the line.
So Mason City looking ahead now to their opponent, the Dowling Catholic Maroons. They'll face them next round.
And you know, Dowling Catholic is a team that struggled at the end of the season and got it together for the playoffs. They're well coached. As you know, the Hansons are tremendous coaches, and they're very fundamentally sound. They're a young team, but fundamentally sound. You know, they upset East 47-41 in overtime, a tremendous game. That's going to be an interesting matchup.
Yeah, it is. You know, Dowling beat East tonight in overtime. Like you said, it was a good, fun basketball game to watch. A lot of good defense. And this Mason City Dowling lineup will be another one that'll be fun to watch as well. We saw Allie Disterhoff get a huge hug from her coach. You know, they won a state championship together last year. They've had a long journey, this team. They graduated 7 of 8 from that team last year. And only person that comes back is Allie and Lauren Larson, who was a role player on that state championship team. So it's been quite a ride for Allie Disterhoff. We know that her career is not over. She goes on to the University of Iowa, and she has tears of sadness that they lost, but a bright future ahead for her as well.
Rush makes both free throws at 68-53, and now the bench is clear as they're going to get in some subs. So they're going to delay this break here a second to get everybody in, getting players a chance to participate in the state tournament with 40 seconds left. Always fun. This will conclude our final quarterfinal of the state tournament. Our next matchup tonight will be a 1A semifinal. Kind of unusual to have a semifinal at night like this, but with the 5 classes, it's a whole different schedule this year. Nothing is the same in 2013.
40 teams playing here in the Wells Fargo Arena this week.
Here's a three-pointer sent up and no good that time by Hannah Fairfield, a junior forward. Now a couple of more players getting in for West. 27.3 left. Coach Kirk Clausen getting some of his players in. It's always fun just to get in the record book. I mean, you're in the lineup, you played, whether you score or not. Of course, they all want to score. They all want to have that memory.
It's more fun to get in when your team's the one that's winning.
Definitely. A little slight delay here, and I think they're making sure that they got all the subs in correctly. There's only 27.3 seconds left. Iowa City West, some of their subs are trying to press here because they'd like to get the ball back. Shoot it one time. Mohawks with the ball, and down low, little turnaround shot, up and no good that time by Marcy Walters. And on the rebound, and put back for Kendall Kornick, a sophomore forward, gets 2.
Kendall Kornick averages just .8 a game and picks 2 at the state tournament.
Steal by the Mohawks. There's 1 second left. Are they going to get another basket? And are they going to count this or not? They're going to count it. They're going to give her the basket. I think that was Taylor.
It was Taylor.
So I'm not sure she got it in, but you know, it doesn't really matter. They're going to give her the basket. She's in the books, 72-53. The final score on an unbelievable shooting performance tonight by the Mason City Mohawks. They hit 14 of 22 from downtown, and they knock off Iowa City West. Your final score, 72-53. What a game, Molly. That was entertaining. That was fun.
Yeah, just looking at these stats because they're just fun to look at.